All right, people. I got a special type of update. It's again, a lot not the same kind of. It's not like directional plans. It's more of a state of the market and big picture for Apple. Right now, obviously, if anybody's been following me, you know that big picture. Apple's going higher. However, right now we are in a decision zone, a chop zone, where there's different ways to play Apple that requires a different analysis on a daily basis. But in the big picture things, let me just explain this to you. So Apple is in a bullish chop zone, 162 to 165. Sorry, 155 is the range right now. I will explain some key pivot points right now. 159 is a key pivot point to hold, and I will explain the video. So right now, people, as it stands, we are again in favor of going higher. Today, this closed at 159. Excuse me, 159.78. So the question is, how do we handle the 159 level? Of course, as you can see here, there's something, we could come back and test over here. So in other words, could this come back and test the 156 to 155 bounce level? Yeah, because in my prior plan, I talked about how Apple needed to hold the 155, 156 to 156 and a half to 155, right? And instead it didn't hold it. They went and they bounced the 155 pivot, and we got back up here. Hence, I talked about many support zones, and happened to be that 155 was a basing level, and then they happened to launch it right back up to here. No way to know they would have launched it this high or this much. But I'm saying that's why we are in a chop zone. This range is what I'm talking about, right? So how it handles there's multiple ranges at the top now. For example, let me give you an example. For example, how do we handle 160.50, and then the next level 61.30, and then of course the top level being in the 162 to even 162.25 range. Why am I saying this? Because practically we need, in order for this to really resume its trend, because of the way we lost that 160.50 a few days ago, Apple will require a basing above that 162 level at this point in time. In other words, if we were to come and go and retest the supports, how we act there will be another place to either buy as well. So one could take, there's so many ways to trade this. They're either holding those September 160 calls, or they decided to take profits over here, because as I said to you, that I think we're in a chop zone. Any way you want to stop, but bullish chop zone, and of course the trend is much higher. I mean, this is not that far from its highs, but that doesn't matter, because can Apple test 155 again? Sure, it could. 154, and could it go and test even the 148? Sure, it could. Come back and test this gap for all we know. This is all going to be market conditions. So what we need is to see where Apple holds its pivots. How does it trade at those pivots? It requires more updates. There's no directional plans here, people. We're in a chop zone. There are day-to-day trades that are working. There are some plans I've been looking at that will work for the day, and then I'm not going to be posting that kind of stuff right now. Right now, I want to get back to when we get to the directional move type of game right now, because a lot of this stuff is really day trading action in the markets right now, if you ask me. Same thing. Apple could be, for all we know, we're going to chop between those 161.5 zone to 159. Which one? The key is, which one does Apple take out? These are all levels and pivots now, key pivots, to give us an idea of what's going on, right? And so you heard in the video the resistance levels and all that stuff. So that's the idea, people. Apple is in a bullish chop zone. It favors higher prices, but it doesn't mean that we're finished testing the support zones. And then it's a matter of what kind of action, and again, I would need to see the action, right? What I do know, it's very well defined. The stock is neither bearish or bullish. I mean, there are trades a person could take small shorts in Apple right now. What I'm getting at is it's a very day trading type of environment. Some stocks confirmed, for example, like FedEx, but the volume was subpar. Not the kind of volume that I was but the trade worked. Nonetheless, the trade worked. It was like someone day traded it, like I said. But when I look at confirmation, I like a lot of things. This is why you didn't see me post it's confirming, but I just explained to people it is. I wasn't thrilled about it to say, hey, you know what, jump in. I knew it would require a lot of updates. It's that kind of environment right now, people. Goldman Sachs is still in the chop zone and really can't confirm anything. Neither to the downside or upside. So that means it remains in the chop zone. The SPY went up on low volume and has created a gap to the bottom. And we all know one thing, that if the SPY wants to go and fill that gap, it's going to pull everything along with it. So Apple is really bullish. It's more bullish than the market here, people. But it is now in its own chop zone. The leader, Apple. And one thing to realize is how powerful is Apple near that 162 zone. And this is the things I'm going to be looking at day to day, people. So I wanted to give an update on what's going on. I find that, like I said, Apple is a leader, and when we get certain actions that are, especially when the market did this here, when Apple was pulled along, Apple comes back up, they pull it back down. You can see we're in a chop zone, okay, where people sometimes you're taking profits near the resistance, near the pivot points, which the ones I just told you. How does Apple hold 116.5, right? And then from 160.5, how does it hold 159? So on and so forth. I don't know. We don't know the direction until tomorrow's actions. But those pivots are what I'm watching right now. That's the kind of trades. This is what's going on right now with Apple. So you don't tell me, you're not seeing me, because there's multiple trades. I'm not going in to fill my stream with multiple millions of trades right now. When the market is more for a directional move, that's the kind of plans I want to post right now on my stream. There's a lot of great things I'm working on, a lot of ways to make a lot of money. But right now, my stream is really focused on directional moves, and there is no direction in Apple but chop right now. And that's what I want to make a point here, people, in this detailed video you hear me speaking about. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post great detailed plans. Listen, people, confirmation is key study videos. There's a lot of great things. If you like the kind of analysis that I've explained about Apple and you're new, I just subscribe. I make a lot of great plans. Right now, I'm waiting, honestly, like stuff is not confirming. And or it's confirming in a poor manner or in a day trading manner. It's that kind of environment, and that's what Apple is right now. So it's not until Apple acts in a certain way. I can see there's only issues of resistance and support plate zones right now. We don't have clear breakouts. That's the kind of plays where stocks can one day look good, the next day look. It's that kind of environment right now, people. So you're either being cash or doing quick trades. There's ways to make money. I mean, look, there's some stuff that I was looking at. It worked out, like Facebook and FedEx. But it's like I said, the good news is I got a lot of great stuff that's working on, and I'm working on it, people. Anyways, you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Power Target Trade. See this picture of me? It's going to appear here at the end of the video in a circle of format. So click on it. It's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. I got a lot of great plans, people. One of the things I suggest people to do is see this created playlist. This created playlist has a lot of wealth of power and knowledge and proof. A lot of those plans were when we had the right setups from the start to the end. In other words, it shows you before the entry, as it's confirming, and exiting pricing because we hit targets. These created playlists is a wealth of power and knowledge that give you more insight of what I really do here, especially if you're new. If you're also a subscriber, you also want this created playlist. You want to listen to what I'm saying in this created playlist. There's a wealth of powerful information in here, people, that will prepare you for the new plans that I'm going to be posting. So there you have, people, a special, unique type of update, more like a market update with Apple being a metric, people, because that's exactly what we are in. I mean, whether it doesn't matter what I'm looking at, Apple, I just see chop. I see small, I see, like I said, if you bought the dip in Apple near that 155 area, I mean, it made a nice move. Did we know that Apple would make such a strong move? No. But there was low risk at 155. Do you follow my picture? Do you follow my point, people? And, obviously Apple did bounce yesterday above 155 for a few hours, right? It wasn't like a short, and it remained above it and only gained strength to hit 157. So there you have, people. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.